Uh, I did ask, and we did formally request several capabilities and resources from FEMA and from the federal government. I'll allow Administrator Fenton to go into the details of what he's approved, but it's going to take a long time, as the mayor and both the governor alluded to. There's so much destruction. It's going to take time to rebuild, and we're going to need that all-of-nation approach that I talked about. Thank you.
Mahalo. At this time, we'd like to bring up Robert Fenton, Region 9, FEMA Administrator.
Appreciate it. First, our condolences and prayers with those who have lost friends and loved ones during this event. We want to be with you, not only now, but through the recovery in the years to come. Also, a message of safety. Make sure you continue to heed the warnings of local officials. Don't wait. Listen to them and heed their warnings. As all the speakers before me talked about, is unity of effort. I just like to say one team, one fight. But this is really going to take a whole community effort. It's just not government at the federal, state, local level. It's business, private sector, nonprofits, the citizens of Maui, all come together to work together to help recover. The devastation that I saw today is significant. I've been on many fires in my career. I've been in FEMA for 26 years, been to the biggest fires in the country, and the downtown area is significantly damaged and a lot of lost structures down there. Some of the programs that we will bring and that are important here is the ability to provide direct federal assistance. What does that mean? That means I have the authority under the president to task other federal agencies to provide support to Maui and the state of Hawaii. And some of those missions, I'm sure, are going to be in the debris removal area, household hazardous waste that usually US EPA does for us. The Corps of Engineers usually removes debris for us. And many other missions to include potentially generator missions, mass care, commodities, and also bringing in some search and rescue teams that help with cadaver dogs to look for human remains. And they're on the way in right now, both from California and Washington. And we'll integrate them and support the great fire department you have here. Our individual assistance program is the key program for individuals. For those that are survivors who either lost loved ones, or you can't get back to your house, or you think you've been impacted by this storm, go ahead and phone the 1-800-320-6632 FEMA number. Again, that is 1-800-320-6632. You could also go to disasterassistance.gov. And FEMA assistance can provide direct grants to those individuals to assist them with home repair or replacement and certain uninsured essential personnel property losses. So keep any receipts you incur during this time. Also, they'll automatically refer you to small business. As we talked about, there's a lot of damage to businesses, and the Small Business Association will be not only working with businesses but individuals. And we encourage all the survivors in Maui County, as a register for FEMA, to also begin to reach out to your insurance companies. Start that process simultaneously as you start the individual assistance process. In addition to that individual assistance program, we could provide support for public entities and certain essential nonprofits. There's been a lot of significant damage to public buildings down there, hospitals, those kind of things. And we could help with the rebuilding of those. Not only do we want to rebuild them, but we want to rebuild them better, more resilient. We want to make sure they're hardened against future threats, whether it be fires, hurricanes, tsunamis, or other events. And then our last program is our mitigation program. 15% of all the funding we spend here will be put aside to help with some of those future projects. So as we redesign and look at, what does the future hold? How do we help get there? Those funds can be drawn on along with other federal agencies, and we'll make sure we have a long-term recovery coordinator here to help Maui, the state of Hawaii, to help rebuild those areas impacted. With that, I appreciate the opportunity today to be here and to be able to talk to everyone here. And please start by starting that process to register for individual assistance at disasterassistance.gov and 1-800-320-6632. Thank you.
We'd now like to bring up Senator Lindy Coit.
Aloha mai kako. I'll make this really fast. As you know, we have tried to bring in every resource that we have, that we can. While trying to do this, notice that our heartfelt condolences, our prayers, our love to Johanna, your family goes out. As our phones have been filled very heavily, not just here in Maui, as we all went into the center this morning, I can tell you that you guys have a team on the ground that is working hard, fast, and swift. FEMA here, Governor has done everything in his part, as well as our congressional delegation, the military. I can tell you that working through Honolulu at the convention center, as we start to move people out and receiving people on the other end through HTA, Director Tokioka has been a huge support, and his team. This is not just about tourism here, it's about the residents also, as we help to assist them. We've heard the outreach. I ask that for those of you who can help each other, please help each other in time of need. We know that there's a lot of emotional trauma going on. I want to just thank everybody that has supported. We have much funds, supplies coming in, the groups, the businesses that have been affected. These are the businesses that are standing there strong. Across the world, we are getting calls just to help with housing, funds, and it is just unbelievable. But our priority here is Maui at this time. It's the people of Maui. It's to support the mayor. I do want to iterate, social media has killed us a lot. A lot of the information going out has been misinformation, which is why the team from governor down to military has pushed clarification to the mayor's office. Please, those numbers and stuff that might come out, it comes to the mayor's office. We're here to support the county, the mayor, his team on the ground, and mahalo for being here, mahalo for helping us get the word out, and God bless our families. Take care.
Mahalo, Senator DeCoit. I'd like to now bring up Fire Chief Brad Ventura.
Aloha, good afternoon. My name is Brad Ventura, Fire Chief from Maui County. First, I want to start by giving our deepest condolences to all those affected by this incident. It's affected a lot of us personally, members of our community, our families, and our department. So our hearts go out to all of them. Give you a little bit of background of how the day unfolded Tuesday. Our firefighters were faced with multiple large wildfires beginning just after midnight Tuesday morning. These firefighters are compounded by extreme winds that we're all aware of. The first fire up in Upper Makawao burned about 675 acres. By 11 o'clock in the morning, that's when the Lahaina fire began. It was fueled by gusts up to 60 miles an hour. Some even reported up to 80 miles an hour, but we saw up to 60 miles an hour in the localized area. We redirected resources from many parts of the island to respond to the Lahaina area. And around noon, an additional fire started in Kula, and that spurred evacuations of Kulalani Circle, Kulamanu in that afternoon, and resources were also directed up there. Around 6 p.m., a fourth wildfire started that afternoon on Pulehu Road down in the Central Valley. That burned several hundred acres, and again, resources had to be directed, and decisions had to be made to triage what was most important at the time. So that fire was left with less resources. As of yesterday, it burned 675. I'm sorry, not that fire. That fire was several hundred acres. I don't have a number on that one yet. What we want to share with the community is that none of the fires are 100% contained right now, and there's still active fire in all of those areas that I've discussed. Additionally, we've had many small fires in between these large fires, and with the current weather pattern that we're facing, we still have the potential for rapid fire behavior. And so we just want to make sure people stay out of the area, stay diligent. If they see smoke and flames, please call 911. We've stood up our incident management team to manage our resources within our department that are focused mostly on containing all of these emergencies right now and stopping them from growing. Our department has received both state and federal support and resources that are on the way, some landing right now. And what we really want to share with the community is part of the reason we need them to stay out is because it's still very, very hazardous in the burn areas. Things are falling every minute around us, and there have been some people that have been hurt by just falling telephone poles and such. So we need to make sure the area is safe before anybody can return to that space. That's all the comments I have for now. Thank you.
Mahalo. Finally, we'd like to bring up Police Chief John Pelletier.
Thank you. Our deepest condolences. It can't be stated enough because we don't know how many people we have dead. When this is all said and done, we just don't know. I have to say thank you to the incredible work of the men and women of the Maui Police Department that day in and day out do an incredible job. I have call takers that are answering calls knowing that on the other end we don't have the answers for their loved ones. And I've got officers that are doing everything they can to stand with our firefighters to make sure that this is the safest community possible, because right now we have a scar on the face of Maui that will be here for a very long time. We know that scars heal in time, but they always remain. We need three things from the community right now. We need your patience, we need your prayers, and we need your perseverance. Understand this. Lahaina town is hallowed sacred ground right now because our iwi are in that ground. We have to get them out. We will get them out as fast as we can, but I need your patience while we do this. I know you need to get out there. I know that you guys